Welcome back to another episode of More Than Hoops, powered by TPL. I'm Grant Hurst here with
Jacoby Gillespie.
Bishop Boswell.
Today's episode is brought to you by Dick's House of Sport, proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Win tickets to see us versus Vanderbilt on March 7th. Dick's House of Sport is giving away 4 lower-level game day tickets, 4 courtside club passes, 1 parking pass, and an autographed UT basketball, and a $1,000 gift card to Dick's. Enter by March 1st. Other terms may apply. See the link or click the QR code below for details. So on today's episode, we got Jacoby and Bishop, a little offense, a little defense. No disrespect to the other one. Jacoby, you're from Greenville, Tennessee. Bishop, you're from North Carolina, Charlotte. What are y'all's best moments at the University of Tennessee so far?
I would say basketball-wise, just beating Houston. That was probably the best moment. We was really high after that.
Yep.
I would say probably, going to the Elite Eight last year was a really cool thing to do as a freshman, but then obviously, tough loss. So, being able to bounce back this year and get that Houston win, kind of a revenge story, I guess you could say, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. What about off the court, whether it's the guys, football games, or anything else?
Yeah, I would just say being around all the new guys, just meeting everybody again. Just spending a lot of time with each other off the court.
Had a hilarious team last year, and then it's a big turnover with only 4 guys coming back, so you're not sure how the team will gel and stuff like that. But I think it's been unexpectedly pretty good, just from the paintball to hanging out in hotels, eating together. So it's been awesome. So
you can give a little insight of different college basketball teams. What makes this one different from your other schools?
I would say we're just around each other a lot more, with film, workout, just all the stuff. We're always with each other all day. So I would say that's why this team's just more closer than my last team.
Yeah. All right, let's talk a little ball. What are you looking forward to the rest of the way, and what do you want more of from yourself?
I thought we've gotten a lot better, from the beginning of the season to now. Big one coming up Saturday, Kentucky. Obviously, we want that one back. Didn't play our best game the last time around, but I think I feel like we're going to get so much better even from now to the end of the season. We have so much room for improvement. And just for myself, just being confident, taking care of the ball, I feel like, we could get a lot better with turnovers and some of those, little details, shooting free throws, all that stuff. But, yeah, just overall feel.
Yeah, I would say the same. I feel like we were the new team, so we definitely got a lot better. And, it's expected as a new team. You're going to have some downs and ups. So, yeah, I feel like we're definitely getting better. And for me, I feel like just learning to run a team more, being more of a leader, just talking to the guys more.
Who would you say has helped you come into your own this year more than anyone on the team?
I'd probably say, Felix, just being that vocal leader, a guy that's been here and played a lot last year. And then I think, guys like Jacoby, Mo, who have been in college for a while as guards. I didn't play a ton last year. But also just the guys that we don't have anymore from last year, just them developing me, like Zakai and Jordan Gainey and all those guys. So
I would say all of y'all, the returners that know coach and have been a part of it. So just kind of helping me with how he is and just how to play and go around it.
Yeah. What's one part of your game that you feel like is underrated?
Shooting the ball, I guess.
I would say mine. Being able to play make. Everybody thinks I'm just a scorer, but I feel like when I want to, I can play make for others.
Yeah.
When you want to.
Yeah.
Obviously, very two talented guards. What were some of the expectations that you had moving into college, but also your experience from high school to college, the transition from that game, figuring it out, then transferring from a mid-major school to a high major, and even the difference from Maryland to Tennessee?
Yeah, going into college from high school, obviously I thought I went mid-major, so I thought I was going to be the guy, really. I'm going to be starter, all that. But I really just learned how much more there is to the game, not just – obviously I was scoring the ball in high school. So, yeah, I just had to learn really how to play the game in college.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot different, a lot bigger guys.
You got a lot of better players on your team, too.
Yeah, got a lot. Yeah, I had an NBA player on my team at Belmont. And then when I entered the portal from Belmont to Maryland, I kind of knew it was a big step. But it really was not too bad because of the guys I was playing with at Maryland. They really helped me just kind of know my role and what I needed to do for the team. And then coming here, yeah, y'all know what it was coming here. I had to learn how to deal with coach and just deal with a lot harder practices and workouts. Everything's more serious here. So, yeah, that was really what I went through.
What was your biggest adjustment? I'm speaking because Belmont, I grew up watching them because they recruited me a little bit. What was the biggest difference from running sets to just playing ball at Maryland? Because I know there was a difference of, those two schools.
I mean, I just had to learn when I'm bringing the ball down, like we don't have a set, just playing ball screens more. Belmont, we had backdoor plays, a whole bunch of – we was always in something. So, yeah, just learning how to play in a ball screen more, I feel like.
Yeah. You feel like both of those places prepared you for here because we get to do a little of both from time to time. It depends on the game, the team, the matchup. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think for me, coming out of high school, they tell you it's hard and stuff, and you go to a practice and you watch it, and you hear yeah, coaches,
How many times did you come up to Tennessee and watch a practice or a game?
At least 2 to 3 times I came up here. But you watch practices and you think oh yeah, it's hard, but I could do this, whatever. You get here, it's totally different. It's not the same from watching it. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what it was, but the adjustment is crazy. The game's a lot faster. It's more physical, especially just going from public school to the SEC.
Yeah.
The adjustment is big, and we have a great coaching staff here, and we had a lot of veteran guys last year that helped me get adjusted, and I've just gotten more and more comfortable, especially now with every game that I'm being able to step on the floor, just getting more comfortable.
If you could give advice to yourself, I know it's been a while for you, but your freshman year, what would you say to yourself now?
Seeing as how my freshman year played out, I think just don't rush the process. Just fall in love with the work, probably.
Yeah, take it day by day. I feel like that's the best advice for a freshman.
Yeah. I feel like one thing that Coach does preach a lot is it is a long season. And for some of our freshmen even now that have been up and down, that are playing heavy minutes now, it is cool to see Coach kind of allow them to adapt. And even, for us, like you mentioned earlier, it's been a feeling out process. Early in the year, we were running way different sets than we're running now, and we were running them all summer long. And then the first game rolled around, and we switched it up. And it's from a coaching staff perspective, they had to get adjusted to us just like we had to get adjusted to each other. So I feel like they've done a good job of mixing it in. I feel like just within the past 2 weeks, we've kind of hit our stride of we're playing the game, but I feel like we all know what to expect from one another. And I think that's a big reason why we've hit our stride. What do y'all think some of the reasons why we've won the past 4 have been outside of the obvious?
I think just we watch so much film, and then also just getting used to playing with each other. It's a ton of new guys from a ton of different places, come off a ball screen and you get to learn your teammates. This guy might back cut, this guy might, chase the ball, just different things like that. But I think once we kind of cleaned up some of those sloppy plays and then just got more comfortable playing with each other, knowing where guys like the ball and stuff like that, it just kind of came together a little bit.
Yeah. But we were also in a lot of games. We were in every game we lost besides Florida. But I feel like that helped us just knowing how locked in we got to be the last 10 minutes just to get the win. So
I feel like what I mentioned in the huddle, I think it was the Georgia game, at the 8-minute mark, that's when we break people. Yeah. And even in film today, when we went over the rebound chart, we out-rebounded a team by it was Ole Miss by 10, I want to say, in the last 8 minutes. And that's that's crazy.
Just attention to detail. I think we have so many new guys that haven't been in it and been in the SEC that a lot of SEC games are one possession games. So just every possession matters, and young guys, including myself, just learning to value each possession.
What do you all feel like the biggest difference between just a average SEC game is to a March Madness game? I know me and Bishop have been into an Elite Eight together. Y'all went to a Sweet 16 at Maryland last year. Just explain what you feel like the difference has been, obviously watching, but being a part of, I guess, all the games this year.
I mean, he was in, Maryland's the Big Ten, right?
Yeah.
He was in the Big Ten, so I can't speak for him, but I feel like the SEC, honestly, the way it was last year, it felt like you're playing a tournament game, you know, a Elite Eight game every night, just how good the competition was. But just probably the biggest difference is just the energy. Like, it's a tournament. I've never played anything like it, just the energy, like the atmosphere is what little kids dream of, you know.
Yeah. Coach, even last year, he was like, all right, we got 6 games left. We're going to act like this is our way to the national championship. And we had, like, you know, like a lower-level SEC team game for, like, round 1, and then it was round 2. And it's like, all right, now we got a few days off. Now we got the second round. And I feel like that kind of helped prep us.
Yeah.
But what about Maryland?
Yeah, I mean, Maryland, we had lower-level games, but we had to be – it's hard to get locked in the same as for those games.
Yeah.
But I feel like we did it well towards the end of the year because we went on a long run. But I would say tournament, it just feels like win or go home. So,
Yeah.
like, I feel like everybody's locked in. And we played a 13 seed first round and then a 12 seed. So that's 2 lower level schools that we had to
What 12?
be locked in. Colorado State.
Who'd they beat?
Memphis.
Very good.
But we beat them on a buzzer beater.
Yeah, I
DQ
remember
hit a buzzer
Queen.
beater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he travel? I saw that. Everybody
Nah,
said.
he did the slow step.
Yeah.
Weren't y'all in the Big Ten championship?
No, we lost in the semifinals to
Semis.
Michigan on a buzzer beater.
Okay, I couldn't remember that.
We lost on 4 or 5 buzzer beaters last year.
I remember one, but I knew of you just being from East Tennessee, so I kind of kept up with you. And was it Northwestern?
Yeah.
That was
No,
awful.
No, the half
Michigan
court was,
State. I shot that 3 too early. we was tired.
How much was on the clock?
When he got it, it was like 2 seconds. He had to shoot it from half court.
He shot it from.
But I'm saying when you shot it.
Oh, I don't like 5 seconds. It
So
came
you-
off the
so
rim.
you didn't have to
No, I could have drove it. I pulled from deep. I like the shot.
learn the lessons.
Yeah, don't do that this year. We definitely have some unique experiences, I'll say. Like, even last year playing Houston to this year. I felt like we didn't get to enjoy that win because we went on a 3-game losing streak right after we beat Houston. We were all bummed out that we weren't in the championship just because of the point differential. But, you know, hindsight, I feel like it'll prepare us because we have to take every team serious. I mean, it's not that we didn't take every team serious. I just feel like, you know, our level of focus and attention to detail wasn't near the same.
Yeah, we acted like we won the Natty after that Houston win. And I feel like that carried over, kind of.
I feel like it was good for us, though, just to, you know, even losing to teams obviously we don't think we should lose to, just kind of shows you that if you don't show up on any given night, no matter how good you think you are, you can get beat.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's college basketball, so.
All right, I'm going to help spice it up a little bit. Let's give, like, one Rick Barnes story that we can tell, but it's still funny
Yeah,
for the public to hear.
I'm going to have to think.
You've been here long enough. You've been here plenty long enough.
I got a lot of stories.
JP, he always comes to my mind.
Which one?
JP.
Yeah.
He's got a lot with JP, but.
JP, he'll say some stuff that, like, you've never heard of. Like, what did he say to Shaq? You're like a box of Cracker Jacks. I just
You never
know what I'm going to get. He says stuff that.
To JP last practice, or was that?
Something like I could put your brain in a
thumbtack.
Rattle it around or something.
Yeah, he just says a whole bunch of stuff, and then from day to day, you don't know what you. Some days I'll shake my head. Don't shake your head at me. Some days I'll say yes, sir. I don't want to hear you talk. So it's just he don't like thumbs up. So it's just day by day. But
Yeah.
he's just his level of urgency is just always at a high level because that's what he expects of us. So
Yeah.
It's crazy how you can.
I know.
Now
Even
just-
at his age, like, I think
Yeah.
about that often. Like, he's older. He's been doing it a long time, but he keeps it up.
I gotta start. I've never seen someone like power through losing their voice. Like
In the film
he
room.
came in the film room one day and like clearly he had lost his voice. And he's like talking low, and somehow like as it went on, he like pushed through it and was talking normal by the end of it. So
He got louder as a film session went on.
he's funny.
He is. I'd say my favorite this year, without a doubt, was when where were we when that ref made a terrible call? Was it Arkansas?
Yeah.
Was it Arkansas? So the referee missed a call right in front of our bench, and about 2 minutes before that, they missed another blatant, obvious call, and we couldn't replay it quick enough. They got the ball in, and after the referees went to the table and reviewed it, they came back to the huddle, and the referee said, "It's my fault. I apologize, Coach. I missed that call." He said, "No kidding." With in his country.
No, the funniest thing is he'll
Oh yeah, that's what he said.
He'll come up
he
to
said,
me
"You
and
ought to
Kobe.
be embarrassed."
He'll come up to me and Kobe. He's like, "You go tell that ref right there that he missed the call and he should be embarrassed about it." Like, I feel weird going up to a ref. Yo, Coach said you should be embarrassed. Like,
That's hilarious. Yeah, he's he has his way with those referees. It's fun to watch, I would say.
I think that's why we don't get no calls. For real.
Who watches the most film? Player. Not
Nate Ament.
Okay.
Nate probably gets called back. Like, we'll leave the film room and Barnes will be like, "Come back." But I know
I feel
Rock.
like he asked to watch it too. Nate.
Yeah, I get sent a lot of clips,
Yeah.
watching stuff. But probably Nate. Yeah.
Whenever we play a game, good or bad, do you feel like you all go and rewatch it, or do you just try to forget about it?
I feel like if it's bad, I can't watch it right away. Like, I might gotta give it some time. Then I'll come back and watch. Like once I settle, watch the clips with Coach or something like that. But
Yeah, I feel like when it's bad, I just
right
I'm
away.
gonna watch it with Coach. We gonna watch it as a team.
it used to be like I go watch it on my own, but we're gonna watch it in the film room together and get
That
yelled at about it regardless.
That reminds me, last year after we lost to Houston in the Elite Eight, I didn't watch a second of the Final Four. Like, I was so sick. I couldn't get myself to watch a single second of
I didn't watch Final Four. I watched the national championship, but barely of that either.
No, I didn't watch any of that. It was not, yeah. What's one thing you think fans never think about during the game? Like, from a basketball perspective, like when something crazy happens, what do you think they never think about?
A lot.
Yeah,
I mean, you hear them like, "How do you miss that shot?" This, that, and the other. We'll get DMs after games, but it's a lot of stuff that they probably themselves
like we're
didn't
trying.
do.
We don't want to mess up either.
Yeah.
I feel like they're never thinking that. Like, they always quick to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I wasn't trying to miss. Like, but it's a lot more factors going in than they think. Just worrying about help side and a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of stuff. They're not thinking about ball screen coverages. They're just seeing the guy shoots it, he misses it. So
How'd they end up with it?
Yeah.
From a basketball side, whenever we play a really good team or even like a really great defender, what are some of the adjustments that you all make during the game?
I think the coaches do a good job of that. Just they have the iPad back there, and after every play, they're watching it, seeing how the ball screen coverage is, or what different guys are doing, and then coaches does a good job of calling the plays to adjust to it, and we adjust kind of naturally as the game goes along too, just seeing what guys are doing.
Yeah, I would say great defender. You know what you can and can't do versus them. Like, I feel like if I see a great defender, I'm either call ball screen or not do too much with the dribble, just shoot it. You kind of know.
Like when he sees me in practice.
Nah, when I see Bishop, that's
what would you say you've grown better at defending this year as you get more reps and you're guarding the elite of the elite on the other team? What would you say how you've grown?
I still see stuff like even every day in film, like this, that, and the other. I think just guarding ball screen coverages, still trying to do a better job getting up into the ball when the ball screen comes. Being a better, help side defender. I think people glorify the on-ball defense because that's what they see, a guy guarding the ball, but they don't realize the importance of being in gaps and not losing your man on the backside because that's everything, honestly.
Yeah. How would you, on the opposite end of that, say offensively? I think you've been required to pass more just because of the way Coach wants to play, run an offense. How would you say your game's grown, and how do you think that will lead to you becoming a better player at the next level professionally?
Yeah, I would say I just had to learn to pass to the bigs more. Throwing that duck-in pass or short rolls. I feel like I learned last year short rolls a lot. Like, that's all coming here, that's all I really knew.
Yeah.
So just kind of throwing lobs, just all that. Just
still can't throw a lob.
I'm getting better though. And defensively here, I had to really change. I just fall asleep a lot defensively, just not really as locked in on that end. So that's something I had to get better at.
Yeah. All right, Super Bowl's coming up. Let's talk a little bit about who y'all got. Patriots versus Seahawks.
I got Seahawks.
I would have never said, like, I'd cheer for the Patriots, growing up, because who likes the Patriots? But now that Drake May, Myers Park alum, is on the Patriots, I got to.
He's Myers Park alum?
Yeah, so I got to root for the Patriots. He played basketball, too. He was a hooper.
Oh, I
The
did
May
see them
family.
videos. Yeah.
Did you ever play with him?
No, not basketball, no.
Luke May went there, too?
No,
Is that
they
your
all went
brother?
to Huff. He left. But,
Y'all both played a little bit of football. You were a wide receiver.
quarterback.
Yeah.
I was a
originally, but
DB, and I
yeah.
would have. You would have nowhere.
That's Mouse in the house. We're throwing that up. Fade ball.
Nah, but I liked receiver more anyway. So
Yeah. What was y'all's high school stats for football?
I had 1,000.
Receiving yards.
Receiving,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I stopped after my sophomore year, but I played with some good players. Bryson Nesbitt.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he went to UNC, tight end.
Okay.
Really talented. So I had him my freshman year. So we was just throwing the ball up to him.
Yeah,
if
that
I'm
makes
being
sense.
honest. But
That makes sense.
yeah,
Was you
I can't tell you
blocking?
my stats. Yeah, I was blocking.
He was a blocker.
I'm physical.
What? How many did you win? State championship in football? Or that was just
Freshman year.
freshman?
But that was really like my brothers.
Okay.
But I didn't get in, but I was on the team.
Yeah. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, your offers in football. Who all offered you? I remember. It was like Virginia Tech, right?
Vanderbilt, Virginia Tech, and then like all the ACC and the lower SEC schools started trying to reach out, and
You already made.
I was
up your
already
mind?
committed to Belmont
Oh.
at that point.
Okay.
But
So that was your senior year after your senior football year?
yeah, it was during football season.
Yeah.
And Coach Casey, he called me when I started getting him.
Uh-huh.
And he made me like, he was like, if you're gonna play here, then you gotta shut that down. So I just
You always knew you wanted to play basketball?
yeah. But if Tennessee football would have offered me, I probably would have.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
You played football for?
No, I quit sophomore year because I didn't play varsity freshman year in basketball, and I was kind of hurt by that, so I quit.
That's funny. So you got those offers off of your
Senior year football.
senior year, so you didn't play your junior year?
No, I went back junior year, but I wasn't as good.
Oh, okay.
I got Eastern Kentucky actually junior year football.
Okay.
That was mid-major.
Did you ever go to like 7-on-7s?
No, I went to one football camp, two. Eastern Kentucky, ETSU, and then
ETSU. What was y'all's favorite drill in football practice?
Water break.
yeah.
Be hot in them pads.
Yeah, it was. Especially August. Oh my gosh. When you just went back to school and you had
Yeah.
football practice after school, and it'd be like they'd have to wait until the sun was going down some days because it would get too hot.
That's what I don't miss is the weather.
pads
bro.
and
the
all
wet,
that.
like pads on game day is fine. They feel fine, but practices
Yeah.
it just
I
feel
used to hate
y'all
when
have
they
so
would stick the
uncomfortable.
water hose in the water trough, and they'd have like a PVC pipe with holes in it. It'd just be spraying.
Oh, yeah,
that water
I had
tasted
that in middle
awful.
school.
It'd be so cold, so hot.
Y'all
That's
had
the,
a water where it
Yes,
was like you
yes.
squeeze it.
yeah.
That was-
That's the best thing about basketball is it's an indoor sport, but
Yeah.
now I'm too light skinned. That's the only problem.
yeah, I'm white.
What are some of y'all's favorite memories from your family's traveling to the road games? I know your mom's always there, and your family, since you've been at Tennessee, I don't know if they've missed a game.
Kobe gets 20 tickets a game. I don't know how we allow that, but
I would say Nashville, the Belmont games. After the game, we would all go to my mom's Airbnb, me, some teammates,
Mhm.
and we'd just have a good time and
Yeah.
go hit Broadway
Yeah.
after the game. It's a great experience.
I think my mom was able to come to Vegas. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because that was like, probably one of the first times I was playing a lot, starting
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That was dope. And then my grandma was able to come to the Georgia game. It was her first away game. So that was pretty cool for her to be
Yeah,
there.
that
And
is
it going to overtime and stuff, though.
I know, it was exciting. My parents made the drive down to that one.
To
Got it
Georgia.
done. I thought that floater was going to go in.
I know.
Oh, I would have loved that.
Clearly, he can't get. He's not a game winner.
Bruh.
We'll see.
I've
Yeah.
had 2 chances.
What was the other one?
Texas A&M. I shot the 3.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
mad. I shot
Oh
the
my
3.
gosh! And even the Kentucky when they called that foul on the offensive rebound when you had the shot in the corner,
corner.
they should have let that ride.
Just one more. I'll shoot it.
You was right there.
I don't know.
No.
But I'll shoot it. You ever hit a game winner?
In high school. Oh, at Belmont, we beat Lipscomb I had a game.
Boulevard.
Yeah, Battle of the Boulevard.
So let's get into a quick question about the Super Bowl. We've got describe a player on our team that would be comparable to a player in the Super Bowl and what their position would be. First off, we got JP Estrella. I got one. Nose guard.
I don't know if the folks at home will fully understand that. That was a sneak diss. Anywhere on the line, he's humongous.
And who's this?
I feel like the press did it for us. They said Jalen Carey and Dwayne Brown.
But Jalen, he's a left tackle. Who's
No,
Jalen needs to be a DN.
Jalen's on the line somewhere. I don't know where.
When I first met Jalen, I asked him. I was like, "Why don't you play football?" He told me he was like, "It would be too easy." I was like, "That's not the point." But I don't know.
All right, Nate Ament.
Oh my God.
His left bench.
Yeah, he
gonna die out there.
All right, we just hit Jalen, Dwayne. What about Troy?
Little running back.
Running back.
He probably thinks he's like.
He's got the build for it.
Yeah, he's a running back.
Yeah.
For sure.
What do you think about Gavin Paul?
Oh, shoot, fullback. He told me slot, but
I think he'd be like a Cooper DeJean, like
a DB
safety.
Yeah. Okay.
Come down hit.
Yeah. What do y'all think Steve McClain would have been back in the day?
Man, I don't know.
That's
I need to
one of our
see
assistant
Steve
coaches.
McClain highlights actually.
Oh man, he's intense.
That's probably
he is intense. I'd give him like.
He need to be the coach too there, because I've never heard someone be able to project their voice. Like he could be talking normal and it's like he's screaming.
Yeah.
It's not real. What would you be? What position you would play? Did you play football in high school?
I did play football. Not in high school.
He'd be a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't have many other positions.
What position were you? You was a quarterback?
I was a quarterback, yeah.
I knew it.
You could sling the rock?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
What about Mo?
He was a pocket passer. Though.
Mo.
Oh.
I wonder how athletic I am compared to I'm not saying NFL, but like your average college quarterback. Like Joey isn't that great of an athlete, but if you saw him play basketball, you might be like, dang, he ain't that athletic. There's some guys that their athleticism translates.
I heard Joey used to run more at App State.
He was. But
Lower.
I feel like their offense.
Yeah. But Christian Moore, old UT baseball player, came in the gym one day for media for some, I want to say it was with other baseball guys, and he went up to dunk a basketball and he could barely do it. But if you saw Simo on the baseball field, you'd be like, that's the best athlete on the field by far. Yeah. I'm not saying straight line speed isn't impressive, but whenever I saw that, I was like, I kind of would have expected more. Not that that's dissing.
How tall is he?
I don't really know. I don't remember.
Not very tall.
I want to say 5'11".
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. I don't really know that for sure.
You think if you were 5'11", you'd be able to dunk?
Yeah, I am.
So did you just admit you're 5'11"?
I'm like an inch taller, so I'll be more than an inch over the rim. If you were 5'11", could you dunk?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I promise I could dunk.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't have. I could tween. I have tricks. If I was 5'11", I wouldn't have any tricks. I'd just be able to dunk.
Okay.
Let's talk about the balloons at practice and what they mean. Bishop, I'll let you start.
We got 10 balloons. Now all of a sudden they're like the color of the team we're about to play for whatever reason.
Color coordinating it now.
We get 10 balloons. For every turnover, they get popped. And once the 10 are gone, we just start running. So.
It's way better now, though, because we have scout team and then our guys
orange,
orange. And it used to be orange and gray. So no matter what team turned it over, a balloon was getting popped.
It was. We were talking about yo, don't steal it. If the ball's in the air, just slap it out of bounds.
Make
anything
it look
but a
like
steal.
we were trying. Yeah, we really weren't. We honestly, what do you think the most balloons would have been popped in a day if there was 100 sitting there?
Probably at least
in the
35.
summer, people getting used to everything.
The summer, it was bad.
People get used to the offense, get used to each other.
I was meaning more. Yeah, I was thinking 30s too. That was my
30s,
that was my thought.
Pretty bad. But we've gotten better.
We have.
We haven't ran in a while.
Today it was.
We popped one.
We popped one.
One, maybe two.
Yeah, we might have had more than one. Sometimes they don't.
Scout
pop
was turning it over.
Yeah, but that don't count.
Yeah,
That doesn't count. Being away from home, It's not the easiest thing. You went to Maryland. Nashville and Knoxville is kind of like the same difference from Greenville, right?
No, Nashville like 3.5.
Oh, okay.
So that was kind of far.
Yeah. Your family being from Charlotte, what are some ways your family has impacted y'all, not only this year, but like in the past and growing up?
I would say just being supportive on what I wanted to do and coming up. My mom came to every Maryland game.
Oh, wow.
And that's 8 hours, so that just shows how supportive she's always been. So that really encourages me to keep going, I feel like.
I bet.
Yeah, kind of the same. I mean, I wouldn't be in the position I am now if it wasn't for them just taking me to practices, all that type of stuff.
A lot of AAU trips.
Yeah, putting the ball in my hand. But, yeah, kind of similar to his situation. I've been blessed. My mom travels all the time, and I'm not too far from home, about 4 hours. So that's a kind of a partial reason why I chose Tennessee, somewhat close to home. But for my mom to be able to come to every home game, almost every away game, my grandma, just close family, friends, be able to travel up means the world to me.
I feel like a lot of my AAU teammates, their parents wasn't coming to our tournament, so my mom or my dad, we'd have everybody in our car. My mom getting multiple hotel rooms, so I feel like she's really been dedicated.
Yeah, I can say that just with me and my sisters. I mean, man, I know you're an only child, Bishop, but I know you got a lot of family too. Yeah. And whether it's your younger sister or your older sibling, like making the effort to go and watch, even if it's just like a little local AAU or travel team tournament, it definitely means the world, especially as you get older and you realize, like, growing into your adulthood, like, thinking about being there, like, every practice, every road trip. I mean, it's a lot. So our parents definitely.
And your parents probably, like, my mom's went from my middle school game to my brother's high school game in the same night.
Yeah.
Like, your parents probably did that too.
Yep, no doubt. Being a part of basketball for our whole lives, I mean, what are some of the craziest things that have happened on the court that you've been a part of, or even something you've heard about?
It's a lot of things I think fans say that we can't really repeat, but
plenty.
I had one recently. I was at the free throw line, and Georgia was shooting, and I was standing next to Somto, Surreal, the big man for Georgia, and I look over, and he was picking his nose. And I was like, yo, like, you're finna touch the ball, like, with that, that hand and stuff like that. And then he goes, you want me to touch it on you? And, like, put his hand out to touch me. I was like, whoa, like, backed up. I've never experienced anything like that. That was weird, but
oh, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff.
Last game, Chris Beard, he came running on the court, and it looked like he was running at me.
At first?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
I didn't know what he was doing, but, yeah, I really thought he was trying to come at me.
Yeah, I got
ready.
Yeah.
He's going with the dude.
Yeah.
I've got a little rivalry throwback. We were at Kentucky my first year here, and we got in a little scuffle right in front of our bench. And Tobey Awaka, who is a large dude, I mean, he got in a little fight with what's the center that Bradshaw. And I thought Tobey's eyes were gonna pop out of his head. Like, Tobey's a gentle giant, but that's like the last dude you want to pick a fight with. And he, like, started shoving him and moving him out of the way, and his eyes were peeled to the back of his head. And I think, like, from the broadcasting perspective, it looked like they kissed.
I was watching that
and
live.
It looked so weird when they froze it.
They got in each other's face.
Yeah, but oh man, that was a good moment. And thinking ahead to this weekend, what are y'all looking forward to the most about going up to Rupp? I'm excited.
Just getting a win, honestly. Just getting our get back, cause
road wins are fun.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a road win.
Road wins are fun.
I don't even have too much to say on that topic. We'll just let Saturday be Saturday.
All right. So far, we've had some road games and not even really any hostile environments, I would say, other than maybe Bama. But our fans tend to travel really well. Nashville, Arkansas? Yeah, Arkansas was a crazy road environment. I forgot about that. I'll say one thing that I always love about our fans is the game at Vanderbilt. The stadium is kind of like it was in Nashville for Illinois. It's split like orange and black, and it's a really cool moment, like being in someone else's gym but seeing all the orange. What are some of y'all's favorite moments of just like maybe an interaction or experience with our fans, whether it be at home or on the road?
I think just the past 2 years, we've had fans in the Bahamas. When we went to the Bahamas, we had fans in Vegas, just there to support. So just not only our families being able to be there, but, you know, just VFLs just being there and supporting us has been cool.
I would say just growing up here, Tennessee used to be bad at football, really.
Yeah.
The football games,
Man.
and we would go and it'd be packed out still, like we were a
We lead in
top
the
team.
fourth quarter almost every time.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
yeah,
bad.
it would clear out for sure. But yeah, it was crazy to support, even though we weren't good.
Yeah. I would definitely say I noticed that we had fans that would travel. My first year, we had a bunch of fans in Maui, and that was kind of like my first eye-opening experience as a player. Like, oh my gosh, we're in Hawaii. Like, that's so far away. I mean, that's thousands of dollars and a lot of hours planning, and that was the first thing that kind of like allowed me to realize, like, man, this is insane. And then I'd say the second one for me was when we played in the the first round of the tournament. It was in Charlotte. I'm sure you were there. No, you weren't there. You had a game or something, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Just seeing like all of our fans in the first round, like that meant a lot to us. And we had a tight game with Texas, and I kind of felt like they helped us get over that hump, like feeding the players.
What seed were y'all in that?
I think I were 2 seed the past 2 years.
We were 2. Yeah, we were 2 seed.
But yeah, the fans.
The Houston and Vegas, when we went to the fans after the game, it seemed like there was a lot all the way in Vegas too.
Fans definitely give a little boost. You know, you get a dunk.
Yeah.
Stuff get you hyped up.
What's been one experience at the university that you think you'll remember even as you grow older in age? Like one thing that just really sticks out about maybe something more a little sentimental, like something that means something to you.
You was gonna say sentimental. When my head first went to Coach Barnes.
I was thinking film sessions. Just,
I've never.
I meant more like something that means something to you, like your soul, like out of love for the university.
I would say just putting on the jersey. Honestly, I always wanted to as a kid, so just finally be able to represent Tennessee. That
I think growing up a UNC fan, Tennessee wasn't really in my brain. Just growing up in North Carolina, but being able to come here and them just embracing me, like after every game, just being able to go out and the kids being so excited to get an autograph, and you're signing an autograph and you just feel like a regular person, you know what I'm saying? Because not too long ago, you were the one asking for autographs from different players. So it's just really cool to go out every game and, put a smile on those kids' faces and stuff like that.
I can say from every event we go and do, whether it's the Hoops for Hope at Farragut at the beginning of the year to even just every interaction you have with a random fan. I'm sure y'all experience it like even at restaurants and going out places, like people notice you and just how much it means for those people to bump into y'all. Like we were that little kid in Tennessee once, and I'm sure you had that experience from time to time with sports, but just thinking that like we're those people now for those kids is definitely full circle. And I'm sure you have plenty of stories about Tennessee, and just like I do. I mean, growing up here, it is a little extreme, and I think now being a part of it, being on the other end of it, it makes your perspective on it insane. Yeah, and I think I find the most pride in it when I talk to other people about it, because they obviously know how special it is.
Yeah.
People in your life that, whether it be back in Greenville or people back from my hometown, like when they bring it up, it's almost like, yeah, I do play at the University of Tennessee, and you don't realize as much in the moment for sure, but I can definitely feel like how once we graduate this year, like talking about it, like I'll leave this place with the sense of like I was proud to be there and be a part of that.
For sure.
What are some of y'all's favorite memories with team events, whether it be like official visits or even just scheduled teamwork events that we get to go and do as a team?
I think the water park's super fun.
Yeah.
That's
No
always
doubt.
a super fun day. I probably have to put bowling right there with it because I'm the best bowler on the team.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
What's your top score?
I'm nice. It's me and Campbell.
I beat Campbell.
You're not better than me. We can run it.
Paintball was.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
But it hurts.
I have the best story about our strength coach.
He cheats.
He cheats so
You're supposed
bad.
to leave if you get hit.
There's 3 rounds, just so everybody knows, and he exited the net with 6 splatters of paint on his body, and he claims that he can't go out if he didn't feel them because he's so strong, I guess. But the paintball is always fun. Top golf is, it's fun for some of us. I love to golf. For people that don't love to golf, it is a good team event, I'll say, because it's easy for people that don't play golf to have fun with it, because it's funny watching people with terrible golf swings try to swing the club.
They have them little dessert ball
The donut
Yeah,
sticks.
Yeah, where you can like put the chocolate in them.
Yeah,
That's my
donut
favorite
ball.
part of Top Golf.
Yeah.
The football games too,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
tailgates, and then everybody go to the game.
Yeah,
That was
we
fun.
did. We all got overalls this year and put
Yeah.
them on for
That
a
was
game.
cool.
That was fun.
We got everybody except for one person. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but
Who?
disappointed. Okay, I just said I wasn't going to throw him
Throw
under
him
the
under
bus.
the bus. Who was it?
Mari refused to wear
Oh,
overalls.
okay.
Yeah, that's Maury though. I
Yeah,
can.
he-
He
he's on
still
that
wouldn't
one,
do
but-
it.
Yeah,
But he
he-
loves Tennessee. But
To
he
get
wouldn't
the
do it.
amount of people we got, that was
I
impressive,
know
honestly.
it. We went to the Vol shop as it was closing, and we raided their large section, extra large. It didn't fit half of our tall guys. Like JP and Nate and Cade were wearing like high waters to the extreme.
We couldn't get Nate to take the shirt off under.
Yeah.
He had to.
He's
keep
like,
the
I'm too
shirt.
skinny. I'm too skinny.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, that's good times. I think even tailgates, like your Greenville people have a tent, my
Mhm.
Cleveland people have a tent, and getting to like just see all those people from high school and your community, it's always good. And then they get to meet your friends and your teammates, and they obviously love that.
Yeah, this makes their day just to
Meet
see all of us.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. Thank you for watching another episode of More Than Hoops, powered by TPL. Today's episode is brought to you by Dick's House of Sport, proud sponsor of UT Athletics. Make sure you check out Dick's Sweepstakes in the bio. I'm Grant Hurst.
I'm Jacoby Gillespie.
Bishop Boswell.
Thank y'all for watching.
Go Vols.
Go Vols.